Well, I did something I've never done before. I just spent $20,000 on crypto dips over the past couple weeks. My name is Adam, and welcome back to Broke Man Finance. And I know the name of the channel was Broke Man Finance. I get it. But being able to do that did not happen overnight. Just for a little bit of insight into my background, which I have never shared on this channel unless you read my book in the description. I'm a high school dropout. I was couch to couch by 16. I lived in a trailer at one point with no power, no working sewage, no furniture. Wasn't too good. There's not a word for how broke I was. I went back to school and got a master's degree. I've got a career that I'm proud of. I've written a best-selling book. Now I have a channel on YouTube teaching people about finances and how to make money. And it's not because I got some kind of financial experience or finance degrees. It's because I've had a credit score in the 400s and I've worked it back up into the 800s. I've been as broke as you can be, and now I have a little something. I've made the mistakes, I've lived it, I've done it, and now I'm sharing it with you. That's what this channel is all about. I feel so vulnerable now. And if you've ever been in a similar position where you had to pick yourself up by the bootstraps, but you are determined to make something out of your life, then I need you to consider subscribing, because we are the same person. Can I get an amen? Okay. Enough of that stuff. Hey, I'm sorry, I get hyped up sometimes. I'm a passionate person. But I'm going to go through my new portfolio that I've got on Voyager today, and I'm going to show you what exactly I've been picking up. And some of these choices you may agree with, and some you may not. But let me know in the comments what you're looking at buying on the dip. I'd love to hear what you guys are checking out. Now, over the past week, I've been buying around 11 different cryptos. But let's get the most obvious out of the way, and my biggest holding is definitely in Bitcoin. Right now, it makes up around 32% of my portfolio, and which is around $6,400, my Voyager portfolio. I want to keep my Bitcoin at around 35%, and I like to keep my Ethereum around 30%, so obviously that's a big chunk of my portfolio. Plus, on Voyager, they're giving me a 5.75% interest rate for holding my Bitcoin there. And that's the way it is for a lot of your favorite cryptos. And there's a link in the description below. Not a promotion or ad whatsoever. I just really like the platform. So go check that out and see what some of your favorite cryptos could be getting. Next up should be obvious, and that's Ethereum. They make up around 29% of my portfolio. Still trying to get it to that 30% mark. And that value comes up to around approximately, depending on volatility, $6,000. So nothing really too sexy or surprising there. Both of those should have been pretty dang obvious. Third on the list, and crypto I am the most excited about out of all the cryptos right now. I'm such a nerd. And that is Avalanche. I just did a video on them and released it yesterday about why I'm liking them more and more. Some big news they had, so go check that out after this. I still think Avalanche is undervalued right now, and I believe they are going to be a beast in the future. That's why they are making up 14% of my portfolio, which comes out to around $2,700. Number 4 is Solana, and I am very, very bullish on them. A lot of people are surprised that they're not my number 3, and that Avalanche is my number 4. But as soon as Avalanche started dropping into the low 70s, I just started buying as much as I could afford at the time. And there's a good chance that I'm going to be up in my Solana position very, very soon. They go back and forth. I think Solana is a solid play. I just thought at the time, whenever I was spending money here lately, that Avalanche was the better value. And right now, my Solana position is around $1,500 or 7.5%. And Solana is another beast I think we're going to see for a long time. And some people disagree with it. Some people think that it's just overhyped. I like those guys, and I think we're going to see them for a while now because I believe they have the potential to be much, much bigger. At number 5, I have Polkadot, which right now it should really be called Dippin' Dot, because they are taking a beating, and I've been trying to average down in that position, and so I'm a little bit higher than I'd like to be. But right now it's about 6%, and that's around $1,200. I really like the parachains and its potential. That's why I'm just averaging down with whatever I can afford, because I believe in DOT on the long term. Plus, Voyager is giving me a 12% interest rate for just holding my DOT there. That's pretty damn good. Next up at number 6 is Chainlink. And right now, they're not exactly 4%, but they're close enough. I feel like I can say 4%, which equals out to a value of around $750. I added a little more to this one because they just picked up Eric Schmidt as a strategic advisor. If you didn't know, Eric was CEO for Google from 2001 to 2011. Now think about what they did in that time frame. The company went public. They launched Gmail, Google Maps, Chrome, and they acquired YouTube and Android. Eric said that Chainlink is a secret ingredient to unlocking the potential of smart contract platforms and revolutionizing business and society. So we'll see. But I think Link has some potential. And for Link to be under $20, yeah, I'm going to continue adding. At number 7 is Cardano. And typically I would have this a little bit higher on the list, but I've been willing and dealing on CNFT, flipping NFTs, because I think the Cardano blockchain NFTs are highly undervalued. So remember that. I got a video on that. Go check that out if you want to. So I've actually got more ADA in my Yuri wallet right now than I do on this platform. But on this platform, on my Voyager account, I have around 3.5%. It makes up around 3.5% of my total portfolio, which is around $640. At number 8 is VeChain or VET. Now it's not a big part of the portfolio. It's not even a full 2%, right at it, which comes up to be around $350. What I like about VeChain on the long term, though, and I've got them in other platforms, is that they're attacking some real world problems, whether it's supply chain issues or it's counterfeit merchandise, which is a huge deal for businesses and corporations. So I believe there is real incentive there for corporate mass adoption, but we'll see. At number 9 and number 10 is the Sandbox and Decentraland. Both of them make up 1% each, or just a couple $100. I'm putting them together because I don't have a lot of money in them. I'm super bullish on them, and I am super bullish on the metaverse, but I have been scalping profits left and right, just trying to. I've been playing that volatility in these things, but the meta hype and just everybody, all these celebrities going crazy for the metaverse and buying up land. The price is just going all over the place. So I've been scalping profits when I can, but I am bullish on both of these over the long term, and I think they're going to go up much higher. And so when I feel like that volatility is getting a little less crazy and it looks like it's going to start really pushing up a lot more, then I'll probably hold on to a little more. But for right now, I've been scalping profits like crazy, and yeah, so I don't have much in there. And last but not least, and they're another 1%er, but they are a new one to me on my radar, and I'm just really now starting to dive into them. I've seen them a lot, I've heard a lot about them, but now I'm really diving into them to see if I want to put some real money into it. So right now they're not even at 1%, to be honest. They're a little bit less, so I'm right at $200 with them. I just think their technology is super interesting and interesting enough that I just threw $200 at it, a little less than $200, to see where it goes. And depending on how I feel about it over the next few weeks, I may end up putting a little bit more into it. The jury's still out. Now, that doesn't make up all my positions. That's just for this platform, the Voyager platform. I still got other platforms where I have Matic and I have Filecoin and some others. They just didn't make the Voyager cut. And just for transparency and to show you that we all have bad days, because I'm taking a beating today, here is a screenshot of the portfolio so you can see that I'm telling you the truth. Those are my actual positions. There's some value right there too. But you can see from the video and those values, I'm taking a beating today. But hey, happens to the best of us. We all have those days. And I know there are more dips to occur, and I've got some sitting on the sidelines, ready to disperse for those moments. But I'm really a fan of just dollar cost averaging in. Just keep on investing, keep on investing, keep on investing, no matter what the market does. Just keep in the game, keep a little bit of skin in the game. I get scalping profits, but you got to be in on those big gain days. But we still have some bull run left in us, and I'm going to ride that out. But once it starts to tank, I will probably scalp some profits, but I'll talk about that later on. I will scalp some profits and hold off and just kind of build that sideline money up for when I think it's really hit rock bottom, and then throw a bunch of coin at it, no pun intended. But what are you gobbling up on these dips? I'd love to hear about it in the comments. As always, I hope you stay safe, I hope you get rich, and we will see you soon.